Hello, this is presentation of Prodecoder HU101 Ford, Rover, Jaguar, Volvo. The Prodecoder is now with a new handle design. It has a very nice grip, much better than the old one. The components are as usual. We have three main wheels. This is the turbo wheel, this is the gate, and this is the tension wheel. Of course, this is the blade to the HU101. With these two we have 4 pins on one side and 6 pins on the other side. These are the 10 pins in total. So the first thing, usually and every time, we have to reset the pins. Now I'm gonna briefly explain what the wheels are for. This is the turbo wheel. Whenever we move the turbo wheel, we actually cause movement of, let me focus it, movement of the pins, as you can clearly see it on the video. This is the gate. Whenever you close the gate, the tool is in safe mode. You see, no pins visible. This means that the tool can be inserted or ejected safely out of the lock. Whenever the gate is opened, this means that the tool is in working mode, the pins are visible and they're interfering with the wafers inside the lock. And of course the last wheel is the tension wheel. With it we give tension to the right and to the left respectively. The basic procedure is to open a lock with tension once to the right, once to the left, once to the right, once to the left. But I always suggest that if you have some problems with the opening, you should play around with the tool. Couple of times to the right, couple of times to the left, or tension only to the right with tension only to the left, changing the amount of tension you're giving. Basically, from the start I can tell you that this decoder is working with medium amount of tension. You don't have to force it very much, but also you don't have to be, you mustn't be very gentle, because otherwise the opening procedure will be much slower. Anyway, now the first thing we need to do is to reset the pins of Prodecoder HU101. First step, turbo wheel goes all the way to the right. This is very important, so turbo wheel to the right. Second step, close the gate, put it in safe mode. Now, as you can see, on this side we have 6 holes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on the other side we have 4 holes. Every hole corresponds to the position of the pin. As I told you in the beginning of the video, we have 10 pins in total, so these holes correspond to the 10 pins of Prodecoder HU101. Now start pushing through with this reset tool through the hole. Start pushing the pins down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Now go on the other side and reset the remaining 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I will open the gate and I want to show you the position of the pins when they're resetted. You can see clearly that the pins are aligned here. This means that they're ready to be inserted in a new lock. And again, the pins aligned. This is what we call Prodecoder to be resetted. Now, we are quite ready to insert it. Before we insert it, we must make sure that the turbo wheel is all the way to the right and that the gate is fully closed in safe mode. If you insert the decoder with gate opened, the tool will get stuck. So make sure turbo wheel to the right, gate fully closed. Now, if I insert it, let's see how we understand. How do we understand if we have inserted it on the correct side or on the wrong side? Okay, now let me zoom it. Now we want to exit the safe mode, open the gate. You can see 1, 2, 3. This is to remind you that you have to make a progressive opening. You don't have to move the turbo wheel all the way to the left. You have to make it progressively. But let's first try if we are on the correct side. I will start giving, this is, if you remember, the tension wheel. I will start giving tension first to the right, and then I will start turning the turbo wheel. But you can see that the turbo wheel is moved really easily. This means that there is indeed no tension here. So I'm on the wrong side. I will try it to the left now, and again you can see that up until the second point I can easily move and turn the wheel with just one finger. This means that I'm on the wrong side. So what I have to do now is eject the tool safely. What do I mean? You have to put the turbo wheel slightly to the left and make sure you close the gate fully. And now the last step is to return the turbo wheel all the way to the right. Now safely eject it, reverse the tool, and insert it once again. I repeat, when the gate is closed, safe mode. I can eject or insert it safely. Now I want to put it in working mode, so I'm gonna open it, again the progressive graph here, and I'm gonna start. As I told you, the basic procedure, first once to the right, once to the left with the tension wheel. So give tension, medium amount of tension to the right, hold the tension. Now grab the turbo wheel and start turning it to the left, but just until the first point, no further. And now return it, release the tension, jiggle it, and again to the left. Now tension is to the left, hold the tension, grab the turbo wheel, turn it to the first, don't force it to the second or to the third, to return, release, and again. This is it. Repeat it 15-20 times on the first graph to make sure that you're gonna achieve 100% opening from the first try. Don't rush it. If you rush it, it doesn't mean that you're gonna open it faster, because you may miss the position of the pin, of one of the pins, or every pin, I don't know. This depends on the lock. Now I will smoothly start reaching the second one, but smoothly, don't force it. And again on the second one another 15, maybe in some cases when you're lucky you will be able to open it on the second graph. Maybe on some occasions you won't be able, you won't have to go to the third one when you're lucky. I have now managed to open it. Now from here, from this point, the problem is how do I eject the tool. The most important thing is to put the tool in neutral position like this, not like this, not like this. Neutral, straight neutral position. First step, slightly turn the turbo wheel to the left. And now the most crucial point, close. Now you see I try to close it, but it doesn't want to close. I have to jiggle it to fully close it. But if I just do it like this, I cannot close it. Now jiggle it. You see, you hear the click. It's fully closed, and now the last final step, but not but it's still very important, is to return the turbo wheel all the way to the right. And now very smoothly you can eject it out of the lock. Now I will open the gate and let us check the position of the pins. You remember when I started the video, I have resetted the pins and they were all down here. Now they have stolen the code out of the lock, and now we can read it by comparing the position of the pin, of this line, of the bottom of the pin, with these corresponding lines. We have 5 depths on the HU101. This is the first here, the reset position, second, third, fourth, and fifth. This is how you read it. Compare the bottom line. As you can see, this is 3, 2, 1, and this is 3 again. And on the other side it's quite the same. Quite easy to read the code, nothing special, nothing too difficult. I just want to remind you that this, what I showed you, this was the basic, the default opening procedure. I want to remind you that if it's not happening, try playing around with the position of the tension, meaning you may try it only to the right. We had those cases with Range Rovers where we had to give tension only to the right, not to the left, only to the right. On some occasions you may be you may have to give tension only to the left. On some occasions, like 5 times to the right, then 4 or 5 times to the left. Play around with it. Play around with the positioning. Play around with the amount of tension. Is it too much? Is it too little? Just play around with the tool. But basically this is the very simple procedure. Just make sure you follow the reset procedure, then the procedure of inserting the tool, of ejecting it out of the lock. Just follow those steps. The rest is just experience. You have to play around with the tool, you have to gain some experience, and I can guarantee that you will be able to open 100% of the locks with Prodecoder HU101. Thanks for watching this video, and good luck with the tool.